The Senate.
Well, local company using technology to make sure you get to where you need to go in the safest possible manner. Precious Cargo Trailways has been making riding the bus high-tech with a federal grant from the TSA. The group's parent company developed the state-of-the-art GPS system. Tracking device is only available from the internet, and the company says it will have a number of practical uses, like getting help when there's an emergency.
The everyday application of this system is that we know where the motor coach is at all times. Should there be a mechanical breakdown, we would know exactly where that bus was.
Company is also a primary carrier for the military, and the new system will help Homeland Security know where the soldiers are at all times. To find out what's going on in your community, fox8.com, click on the My Town banner.
Growing new jobs through All right, and we want to take you live to Sky Fox, and this is the bus of the first responders of the Chardon school shooting, now on their way back from Columbus, and they're about to get a hero's welcome back in the Walmart parking lot there.
Yeah, we saw the big crowd of people there with Melissa Reed earlier. They are anxiously awaiting the arrival of this very bus. They went down to Columbus today, met the governor, met members of his staff, and they were applauded and thanked for their heroic efforts on the day of that tragic shooting. Of course, nobody in that bus will say they were a hero. They were just doing what they have to do at the time, and they did a remarkable job. Yeah.
So they're expecting about 100 people at that Walmart parking lot to welcome them back home.
Yeah,
once
good
again.
for them.
Well, the Cleveland Indians are making Welcome back, everyone. It was just over a month since a tragic shooting in Chardon, and today the community now gathering to show their hearts to the first responders of the tragedy. You are looking at a bus of those 50 responders of that day heading back home to Chardon. They were in Columbus for the day.
They were in Columbus for the day, getting honored at the State House for their remarkable work that day in saving potentially who knows how many lives. They met the governor today and members of his staff, and they were honored, and they're going to be greeted by a huge party, a throng there in Chardon, welcoming them back home after just a remarkable day.
Just a special day for everybody there. Well, if you are sleeping less.
Cleveland's own Fox 8 News.
Well, we've been tracking them for about 20 minutes or so. We're going to continue to do that until they arrive back home in Chardon, Ohio. There's a group of first responders who were treated to a day in Columbus today. They met the governor, they met his cabinet, they met state lawmakers who thanked them for their efforts that day, that tragic day in Chardon, the day of the shooting just over 1 month ago.
We're told that they're probably just a couple minutes away from all the people gathered to greet them back to Chardon in the Walmart parking lot there. So we will keep an eye on the bus there.
And speaking of that, we're going to talk more about that right now. Melissa Reed live with more on this heartfelt reception that these folks will receive. Melissa.
Lou, certainly very heartfelt here, and everybody's just kind of waiting. They're all excited to see these first responders with their hometown heroes, that they're so excited to greet them. A sea of black and red, and for a lot of people, this just means so much to say thank you to these people that, even though it's their job, really put themselves out on the line of that day. Now, joining me are Nick Walzak's parents, Holly and John. Just a round of applause for the people here. And John, what does this mean? You said this was the first time you've been here.
Well, it's the first time I've ever really spoke in front of the media, but I just wanted to say thanks to the whole community and surrounding cities, and especially my family, the hospitals, and my company, Fowler, and the employees. They've been great, and I really want to say thanks to Local 38 and the building trades in Cleveland to offer their help to reconstruct my house for Nick, so when he comes home.
And how are his spirits? Good?
Oh yeah, they're great. He's always happy, always happy.
Thank you. Right now we're going to take a live picture right here, and we're going to speak with John and Holly in just a second. But right now you're looking at it. Here the hometown heroes are. They're coming in escorted by the Chardon Police Department as well as the Chardon Fire Department. They're escorting the bus in right now. Now, the bus traveled The route was from 44 to Water Street so that people knew they was coming, and they got to line right here and welcome it into the parking lot here of Walmart. And this community just clapping, a lot of smiles, welcoming home their heroes. And inside that bus is about 50 school officials, as well as first responders. Some of them left yesterday morning. Others left this morning. And this is, everybody's just so excited to see this right now. John Walczak just speaking there, saying that this was the first time he spoke with the media about it, and he wished his son, he said to me earlier, he wished his son could see this. And the bus here just stopping right in the middle of, ironically, the heart of this community, which is the people, and they get to just see this and be greeted.